Ναι. Ερωτήσεις και συμπεράσματα, όπως αναφέρει ο κύριος Ντούρος. Ναι.
I'm aware that there's something going on in the world of basketball, and okay. So we will keep this short, but I think this is an important part of the evening, because I feel that this is the time when we can ask people to suggest something that we can write down as an achievement of today. And I think a lot of things have been achieved, but I kind of like having a goal, and I'd like to explore what we can do for the Holy Mountain, what we can do to address some of the concerns that have been raised today. So I'm going to invite people to say, what are your concerns? Are there any concerns? Is there anything we can do? And of course, we're not going to achieve that this evening, but what we're going to do is begin to think about it. Because I think, hopefully, if you notice one thing about our group, is that we have energy. And energy and obviously the power of God combined can achieve a lot of things. When we were on the Holy Mountain until yesterday, and we visited all of those monasteries, we asked fathers for their views, and so I have some idea as to maybe what we could discuss, but rather than me telling you, can I ask anybody to share with us a concern, a thought, a suggestion, something that we can take away as a commitment from us to the Holy Mountain? I don't know if you have inside information, but no, I meant different kind of inside information. Whilst we were on the mountain, we decided that our next publication is going to be a recipe book inspired by pilgrimage to the Holy Mountain. And what that means is that the content won't necessarily be Athonite recipes. If you want those, there are some lovely ones in the shop at aghiorειτικού. Our book is going to be about something that we learn on the mountain that makes us create food at home. So inspired by, not necessarily made in. And that's the idea that we've taken away from this week. So good idea. Yeah, wines, absolutely. They are part of the... So there are people in this room who are experts both on cultivation of grapes, but also there are people in this room who live on the Holy Mountain, in fact, and know how to cook beautiful food. But we won't become that specific today. So thank you. May I ask, is there anything else that anybody wishes to... Before, as I say, I do have some things I can fall back on, but I prefer to hear something from the floor. Anybody else? Andrew?
Yes, talking about you raised the question, which we have often talked about the amount of liquor on the Holy Mountain. So I would suggest to you, I don't think it's not just the liquor coming in from the sea, from the coast, so from the sea coming down the coast. But it's about experiencing the woodlands and the
At the moment, thank you. At the moment, I'm the only monk here. It means that it's not too risky to say something about the Montados. Because I'm a young monk, it means that I'm 11 years monk. So there's a lot of things that I understood during this conference. I think and I hope that it could be the first step, the first important step of serious researches. Because there's a lot of things professionals cannot say everything about Montados, of course. There's a joke, a popular joke in Bulgaria, I'm Bulgarian in origin, about military officers, you know. In every country, the object of a lot of jokes. Once a military officer said, in theory and in practice, there is one thing, but the reality is something other. So I would like to use that joke to say something about the reality in Montados. The reality is our life in these conditions, what you just saw in a view. In the view of the authors of this very interesting, very professional, and very artistic reports. Well, there's a suspicion in Montados in the environment, in spiritual environment, about the changes what we see now at the moment in Montados. But these changes all over the world, you know, the telephones, well, the internet, the cars, the time of the mules gone. And these challenges are very exact characteristics of this time. And they cannot pass away. We are on this place. We are living there. We're hoping that we will be buried there in the land of Montados. So these suspicions today are related with the political situations all over the world. You know that a large part of it are based on religionary conflicts. So probably this is not the right way to take a look on Montados, but somehow we are individuals with our personal past, with our personal history, and every one of us thinks something about that. For instance, for me, was a big discovery to understand what sort of people are Greeks. You know that traditionally we have a lot of things to do to revisit our history. But for the first time, I found a lot of very nice persons. I have very good friends, and I began to understand. But because of former friends of Montados, I began to understand the other nationalities, for instance, British. Because as a wild Bulgarians, we have a very exact opinion in many fields, inclusive about the British nationality. There is another joke, but I will not tell you this right now, probably later. And so I found brilliant, warm, good personalities with very high level of responsibility, what is now the foundation of FOMA, of their work. They're working very hard. I was 4 years responsible for serving the meal, and that is why I was responsible for giving the lunch for the group of British citizens, and later we every day late we made a conversation. As you can see, I'm not an easy guest, so I'm talking too much, and usually. Oh yes, yes, of course. Thank you very much. Yeah, very nice of you. So my friend Chris knows me well, and his first school had in mind that I'm not an easy guest, and tried to stop me. But I need several more minutes, please. Well, the work of FOMA is something very large. It's something very important for us. Why? Because we live in a very special environment, but this environment needs somehow a scientific control. In the brilliant report of Professor Diamantis, there was a lack about insects, for instance. We have a problem with this in the monastery. We have not a central department who will be responsible for cleaning, for researching this environment in the monasteries. We have, for instance, I know some rumors about wolves on Monte Athos. I don't know what is the source of these rumors, but it means that on these pathways walk a lot of people, pilgrims and tourists. And the character of the wolf is unpredictable. Well, something more about. Yes, I'm ending. I'm ending.
I'm sorry.
I'm ending.
Yes, this is the last sentence, please. Well, this is your fault. You invited me. Here this brilliant map about the history of Monte Athos, I met two very important details. One of them was lack of the date when Zugrafa Monastery was created as Christoval, for instance. Because, let me tell you why I'm asking for. 6 years ago, the Bulgarian president came to the Zugrafa Monastery, and we celebrated 1,100 years after the completion of the first Kinovia in the territory of Zugrafa. I will stop right here. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I am free for questions.
Thank you. I think we will conclude in the next 2 minutes, but I see there is a question there, and I would like to hear it. The summit.
I think it's very distressful. The scale of the construction is not in any proportion with the area, and all the remnants, the rubble, and the radishes are thrown on cliffs. So it's very distressful. I don't know what to do about it.
I think the first thing we can do is talk about it, obviously not at length right now, but I think to put it on the agenda. So from my perspective, the collective feedback from the fathers fell into two large concerns. One is the waste disposal on the mountain, the rubbish, the movement of waste, which is not good. particularly as you go further south. As you say, it's very distressing to see a beautiful place just have rubbish dumped. So we've had fantastic ideas from fathers, including lots of proposals, but some of them almost too extreme. But it doesn't matter because we've begun the conversation. So thank you for adding to that. The second area of concern, which I think everyone is aware of, is the increase in the number of pilgrims, or at least the feeling of an increase in the number of pilgrims. No one has reliable statistics. Our estimates are that 100,000 people visit the peninsula. I don't think it's the number that's the problem. I think it's sometimes the means and the way that people visit. So too many minibuses, too many large groups, too many people with just cameras and no heart, as Peter said. Of course they have heart, but they go there for the wrong reason, is the point. Thank you for raising that. I would like to conclude by asking for any more, perhaps one last comment from the audience, just so that we can add what Father Kalistratos said, what we heard from fathers on the mountain, as a kind of a communique to conclude this conference, which has been immense, and we've all taken in so much information. But thank you for those raised. Is there one more thing to raise, or should we go downstairs? Some fresh air. Yes.
Next to you. Is there any thoughts of reducing the number of cars entering the Mount Athos? A friend of mine, he passed Father Mitrofanis from Simonopetra one day, said, "Well, Steph, if we accepted the cars, we need to construct roads," because I was complaining about the roads that were opening everywhere. He said, "If we accepted the cars, we need to provide roads." Now, the cars seem to be a problem. Anyway, is there any such thought?
The short answer is I don't know. I'm going to ask my friend Dimitri whether he does.
Of course, we cannot answer this question because it's a question that should be raised to the Holy Fathers. If you ask our opinion, we have expressed this in the way we approach this Holy Land. We have chosen to walk the footpaths and not going by cars. We are using them sometimes because we think that this approach brings more peace to our souls and we gain more benefits. And this is one of them. Because of the footpaths, we are all together here. So, what we want to do is to keep the footpaths alive in order for more and more people to understand how important they are and how beneficial will be for their souls this type of pilgrimage. So I think if we can achieve that after a period, the problem will be solved by itself. No need to push it, but this is just my opinion, nothing more.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I would like everyone to move to downstairs. Is that the right thing to do? For maybe some food, a little bit of fresh air, and good luck to Greece tonight.
Thank you.
Okay. I would like to thank all of you for being here today. I would like to thank also the members of the organizing committee of this conference, Stefanos Diamadis, Christopher Thomas, Peter Tatouris, Dimitrios Bakalis, Konstantinos Dolmas from Mount Athos Foundation of America. We had a very nice period. We collaborate very nice all together. And also I would like to thank all the members from Mount Athos Center that worked for this event, for the exhibition, for this conference. Μαρία Γιαννέλου, Γιάννης Λιάπης, Χρήστος Δόκαλης, Κώστας Αργυρόπουλος, Ζωή Γούναρη, Ευάγγελος Τσικούρας, Γιώργος Μπελούμπασης and Kiki Αθανασιάδου. I think this conference was very interesting. We've heard a lot of things, very important things about Mount Athos. We have a lot of new thoughts about the problems on Mount Athos, and I think that that was the first step. Okay, so maybe in a few years we will organize a new conference and discuss about not the new problems, but how we have to solve the old problems. Okay, so thank you, all of you. Let's go downstairs. We have a dinner buffet. We have a dinner buffet for everybody, and we have to see the exhibition. Okay, thank you so much.